Our whole life, they taught us how to work for money all the time. How to work for money, how to get the paycheck, how to pay the bills and do it all over again. That's what they taught you. That's what they taught me. It's me and you. We came from the same governments. We came from the same elites, the same trainings, the same mindset, work for the money. But they never taught us how to make our money work for us. They never taught us the importance of investing, the importance of making your money work for you, the power of putting some money aside each week or each month and let it compound, let it grow for you. The power of patience, the power of saying no to yourself when you're about to spend just because you want to spend. They taught us the wrong rules about money, and it is your responsibility. It is on you. I hope you guys can hear me because it's very, very windy over here. Back to the point. They taught you all the things that really never benefit you. We've seen our grandparents follow the same system, which is working for years and still not being able to travel safely, travel without stressing about what do you have in your bank account every 2 minutes. They taught you all these things that just do not make you financially free by the time that you want, or do not train you to become financially free. So of course you might be struggling financially. Of course you might not be seeing the power of investing because you've been programmed to only learn how to save, invest, pay attention, work for the money, and not let your money work for you. But in this video, I hope all the signs that you've been looking for to actually start investing and taking it seriously could be all in this video. I'm gonna talk about the person you become when you start investing, because that's more profitable, that's more wealthy, that's more rich than the numbers. The numbers are easily there once you build a person who's gonna maintain the numbers. When I first started about investing, or just putting some money somewhere in an asset, in a currency, and then let it grow, it happened in a way that I've never thought it would happen. I was a freelancer and I was working with this client. Once we finished our project, they told me that they want to pay with crypto. And back then, crypto was like, I'm like, crypto, what do you mean? I thought crypto is something that's like, illegal, it's banned, I should not be doing it. But I'm open to know, it's a digital currency, digital asset, like I didn't know that, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'm open to it. And he paid me by Solana, which back then, it wasn't even worth more than $20. He sent some few Solanas, and it was some currency that I've never heard of it before, okay? But because I was underage, I've just let that money sit in my Binance account, which was on the name of my mom. And a few years later, I started hearing about the bull run. I started hearing about cryptocurrencies. It's booming, millionaires, people are making millions here. I'm like, what? Isn't this something that I've heard about like a few years before when this clients paid me with it? And then when I checked my account, I've seen that those Solana, because I kept them exactly as they've grown in value. And that's what made me even think, oh my God, all the money that I've ever made from all the other clients, like I don't have them anymore. Like I don't have that money anymore. But the only money that I still have at that time was the money that I kept on Solana. I kept on that currency. And by the way, this is not me encouraging you to go ahead and just put money in any currency, in any project, in any whatever cryptocurrency that you've seen out there. No, okay? This video is about becoming more emotionally intelligent, becoming more aware of the power of investing, the power of letting your money compound, work for you, the power of financial education, the power of being uncomfortable for a few years for you to be comfortable your whole life. When I've seen that I've made profits by literally just putting that currency there, like not doing anything, that was the biggest sign for me to learn about the financial markets, to learn about investing, to learn about trading. And by the way, no matter whatever investing you want to start, could be trading, it could be real estate, it could be whatever it is, I want you to know the power that it will get you to become a person that you would be proud of. That no matter how much money you will make in the future, you would be so proud of yourself for understanding the power of investing and how it compounds to you the most. Not even your portfolios, not even your real estate, not even your trading accounts, not even your strategy, not even the currencies or the stocks that you've bought. It's the person that you become throughout this journey. The emotional intelligence, the patience. Because we came from a generation, we came from a mindset of I did the work today, I want to get paid today. Why? Because that's a 9 to 5 mindset, right? Which is completely normal. I've came from the same mindset. Okay, I studied for this degree. I wanna be getting paid from this job right after. I worked this many hours today. I want to get paid right after. We have this fast gratification. This is why a lot of people don't want to get into the gym, because it takes time. This is why a lot of people still question starting an online business, because it takes time. This is why a lot of people don't even start investing in the financial markets or anything that is not easily done, not easily getting profits out of it. Why? Because we have this fast gratification attitude and behavior that it's like, no, I started this job, I want to get paid by the end of the week. I want to get paid by the end of the month. And guess what? That is the exact same mindset that gets you to stay in a job for 40 years and have back pain at 6 years old and wish you done something better. Okay, Hannah, that is not good. Now that I'm aware of it, how can I work on it? Investing will help you. Because guess what? Investing is not something that you invest into something and you get the profits right away. Especially in these seasons, by the way. Especially that not a lot of people now talk about stocks. Not a lot of people talk about cryptocurrencies. Not a lot of people talk about real estate and here and that. Why? Because a lot of people have a lot of fear right now, which is this is the time where you need to learn about investing and learn about investing as soon as possible. This is the time where you start to actually invest. Why? Because a lot of people are scared. A lot of people do not know what to do. A lot of people do not talk about it. It's the quiet season right now, but this is the power season as well. This is where opportunities are. It is the best way for you to train yourself on delay gratification, because anything that you're investing into, either it could be a property, a cryptocurrency, a stock, an ETF, whatever it is, you will not get the profits right away. It might take a year, it might take 2 years, it might take 3 years. It wouldn't happen right away. Therefore, what does that teach you? Patience, delay gratification. That yes, you don't see the profits right now, but you see the value in the long run. You see the reason why you should do it now, because it's going to benefit you in the long run. And thinking long term. We're always programmed to think short term. This is why people struggle financially. This is why still broke people out there. This is why there is poverty, because people think very short term. They think by the end of the day. They think about tomorrow. They think about after tomorrow. Wealthy people, they have this one thing in common, which is always thinking long term. They know the value of time, and they know how to train themselves to think long term. In any projects, in any investments, in any education, in any skill, they think of it long term. Because let's be honest, time passes anyway. No matter you start investing or no matter if you start that thing that you want or no, time passes anyway. The only way for you to teach yourself to build a long-term mindset, to build patience, to build emotional intelligence, the power of delayed gratification is to start something today that you know you will not get the results out of it, but the consistency of doing it every single day, or the consistency of doing it from time to time, will get you the biggest results in the future. I'm making this video not only to the young me who thought that she needs millions of dollars for her to start investing, but also for all the people out there who thinks they need millions of dollars for them to start investing. You can start with as low as $500. You can start with as low as $1,000. You can start with as low as whatever it is. Just start investing. I'll give you an example. Let's say you started investing in the S&P 500, which is the top 500 companies in the US, which had over 10% on growth every single year. Imagine how much money you would have if you invested, let's say, $1,000 5 years ago. Do the maths. 10% every single year for 5 years. The amount of money that you are sleeping on by not investing could get you retired. But you don't know the power of it. You don't know, you're not taking it seriously. You think it's just something that people say just for people to say it. But I am telling you, every single time I speak to a wealthy person, every single time I speak to someone who's successful, not only in finances, but also in life, in mindset, in personality, in character, all have one thing in common, which is understanding the power of financial education, understanding the power of investing, understanding the power of knowing how to let your money work for you and not always being a slave to your money. And the biggest financial mistake people do is waiting. Waiting another year, waiting another 2 years, waiting another 3 years for them to start. Wasting time on waiting, wasting time thinking they will have more money, wasting time thinking there is a perfect time. And guess what? Time is the only thing, time is the most expensive thing that money can never buy. And you're letting it pass by without you starting. Knowing that it is the most expensive thing that even money can never buy. You can never buy yesterday. You can never buy yesterday. Don't let another year, don't let another 2 years, 3 years waiting for the right time, waiting for you to have more money. Start with whatever you have right now. Believe me when I say a small amount of money invested constantly can outperform years of financial stress, years of struggling, years of looking at your bank account stressed out. When are you gonna have enough? Small amount of money invested constantly. Have a commitment, have a committed schedule with you every single week. At this time, at this whatever, I get paid on Friday at 6 p.m. I'm putting $100, I'm putting $50 in this account. I'm not touching it. And invest it into something. Get educated about the things that you want to start, either if it's real estate, trading, crypto, stocks, ETFs. Get educated, invest with as small as whatever amount that you have. And you know what I've noticed about people that do not invest? The people that cannot hold 5 years of investments, 5 years of just putting the money aside for them to reinvest it into themselves or for them to let their money work for them, are the exact same people that cannot hold a relationship for 5 years, that cannot hold a business for 5 years, that cannot hold a commitment for 5 years. That could be the gym, that could be a sport, could be fitness, whatever it is. It is the exact same people. Is it a coincidence? Hell nah, because they're not the person who's constantly thinking long term. And this goes back to exactly the reason why investing is important, because it gets you to build a person who's gonna be consistent long-term, consistent on the things that they start, consistent on the commitments that they decided to start. It builds you the character, it builds you the personality, it builds you the mindset that's gonna stay committed to the game. Because the biggest returns you can ever have investing is the person you become throughout the journey. The biggest returns you can have in investing is the person you become in the journey. The patience you're gonna have, the emotional intelligence, the delayed gratification, the consistency, the mindset, the long-term vision. That is the biggest returns on investments you will ever have in the journey. The person you will become, the personality, the mindset, the character you will build throughout the journey.